And we are back here on Open. A filmmaker originally from the Bronx presents his latest feature titled Butterfly in the Fire. Here now to tell us a little bit more about Butterfly in the Fire is Michael Baez, and we welcome you back home.
It's great to be
Good to
back.
have you.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I actually did one of my trainings here. And it's just incredible to be back here, so it's really wonderful.
And so you start off doing some training with
Yes,
us, right?
yes,
And
I
now you've blossomed out
Yeah.
to be this filmmaker. You're
Yeah.
bi-coastal.
Yeah.
Got things going on, and you got this film right now, Butterfly in the Fire. Tell us about it.
So it's right now it's a short film that we have, and people can watch it on the website. It's butterflyinthefire.com. But we're raising money to shoot the feature film. It's basically a supernatural thriller that we set here in New York, and it's basically a dark love story. You know, we've all been in those relationships where we stayed in it for far too long. What we discover is that the main character in this particular story has been using like black magic to influence his ex-girlfriend, and also to take out enemies. So it centers around the world of Santeria and Brujeria and all that stuff, which is common here in the Bronx. I just drove by Botanica on the way over here.
Yeah. They're still here.
They're still here.
Yeah. So give us a little bit about what made you decide to do Butterfly in the Fire.
Yes, actually, a lot of different inspirations. I got the inspiration 20 years ago, and it was from a nightmare. I had a dream that the woman who I was in a relationship with was not who she said to be, and I woke up from that nightmare and just started writing what was the first scene of the movie, and then from there just continued to evolve, and as I discovered the world of Santeria and got into learning about that religion and the culture, I decided, wow, it's such a fascinating world, and Hollywood kind of shows it in a wrong light. So I wanted to show some truth to it and just show how there is some positivities from it and how it is a religion that gives people guidance. So that was pretty much the heartbeat of what it all stems from. And then, we just started putting the word out there, and we put an ad out on Backstage website and got probably 600 and something submissions from actors. Wow. So during the course of Christmas and New Year's, that little 4-day window, we actually shot the 20-minute version that people can watch online right now.
And we're seeing clips of it right now. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing right here.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, she was doing, she was sleeping on the train, and her ex-boyfriend, who calls himself Chango, did some spells on her, and she wakes up coughing on the train. So it's really showing the parallels of and we leave it open where people think, is it real? Is it just, the imagination? Is it really happening?
Right.
No.
So you did the short, now
Yes.
you want to move to the feature.
Yes.
So how you been going about raising funds?
Just inviting producers, inviting people. The fortunate thing about living on both coasts is that in LA is a whole different world of, Beverly Hills type personalities. And then here in New York, one thing I've also done is I shot close to 300 TV commercials for small businesses all throughout the Bronx through Cablevision. Now I've just been talking to different people, inviting them to come see the screening. We did a screening in LA, we did a screening in New York, we had a full house, and had invited some producers and potential investors. So we have some interest, we'll see. God willing, we'll be shooting it this fall, and then we'll be putting the word out that we're looking for more actors and crew to come aboard. Because we would definitely want to shoot it here. I wrote it inspired by New York. I want to shoot it in the Bronx and just showcase,
Were you surprised when the 600 people responded?
Yes, I was. I wasn't expecting that many.
Yeah.
But it just showed me that, people are looking for work. There are actors out there, and this was on both coasts. We put the word out on both coasts, and to see that people definitely wanted to work, and they knew there was going to be a lot of money. We were independent, but they were willing to throw in their hat. And we had a great cast, by the way. Janisha Rios and Sebastian would play the two leads in the current short film, as well as another gentleman by the name of Lawrence Samuels and Angie Castro. And even my son makes a little appearance.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Get out.
I have a 5-year-old boy. He has a little scene in the film.
Well, you turn him out to be a star early.
Yeah, we're gonna. He's a good-looking kid.
That's it. Well, listen. So if people want to watch the film, they can watch the short now online.
Yeah, online. It's butterflyinthefire.com. And not only is there's that short on there, but a bunch of other shorts that I've done that have won awards: Racket, Sweet Tooth, Saved by the Pole, all films that we shot here in New York. They're also on there as well. My very first short film called Consequences, which actually came on the show, I think it was this show or another show, years ago, and talked about, so they can watch that on there as well.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Thank you. It's
And
great to be here.
continue the great work. Michael Baez, filmmaker, got to start right here, y'all.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for what you're doing, and keep up the good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Listen, taking a quick break. We're going to be back with more Open. Stay with us. We'll come right back right after this.